So you're thinking of going to Disneyland, maybe for the first time, or perhaps you haven't been for a while and need a refresher. Either way, I'm here to help you through the process because, to be honest, it can seem a little confusing at first. So stick with me and I'll teach you how to book your next Disneyland trip. Okay, you've been hearing about those infamous Disney parades and fireworks, dreaming about those treats you saw, or you have a little one dying to twirl with princesses in front of the Sleeping Beauty's castle. And you're ready to book your trip, but there's a few things you need to do before you get there. First, you need to download the app. Downloading the app looks like this, and it's the key to your entire trip working out right. It's nearly impossible to do Disneyland without the app these days, so you have to get that first. Next, you'll need to figure out how many days you want to spend at the parks. I highly suggest 3. One day is just not enough time to do all the things, and it ends up being super stressful or heartbreaking when you miss out on those special little things that you wanted to do, or that one ride your little one really wanted to do, but it closed down that day and you had to miss it. It's just really hard to get everything in just one day. Here's the thing, single day ticket prices change depending on the days you're planning on going, and they can range from like $104 all the way up to the upper 200s, where you can get like a 3-day park pass for around $350 on Getaway Today's website, or through your Costco membership. So for me, it's a little bit easier to justify a $350 park ticket for 3 days over a $250 park ticket for one day. But I also understand that everyone has different budget price points, and we do what we have to do. So if all you have is one day, that's fine too. I'd rather have one day than 0 days in Disneyland. Next, before you buy your tickets, you need to make sure that the days that you want to go have available reservations. This is very important, especially if you are buying your tickets somewhere else besides the Disney website, because you will need to reserve spaces for those days separate from buying your tickets. We'll talk about how to check those reservation dates next, but it's just something important to note so that you're not purchasing a ticket with a day that's unavailable to even reserve. The next step is the fun one. You get to buy and reserve your tickets. Now, if you are buying your tickets on Disneyland's website, the reservations will be made at the same time, and it all happens kind of all together. So that's easy. But if you are buying your tickets through a third party, you are going to need to buy your tickets first and then make reservations separately on Disneyland's website. Now, of course, this reservation system is newer and constantly changing and always has the possibility of going away completely, so this may change. But for right now, as of January 2023, and I'm sure throughout the rest of this winter and spring, this will all be the case. Let's talk checking reservations and looking for availability, as well as making reservations. The first thing you're going to need to do is go on Disneyland's official website and click on the menu bar and find where it says tickets and reservation details. On that page, you'll scroll down just a little bit, and there you'll find your options. You can either click on park ticket availability or make park reservations if you're ready for that. Something very important that you're going to need to know is if you're going to buy hopper tickets, which means you can bounce back and forth between each park in one day, although it's important to note that right now with a hopper ticket you can't go to the next park until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So you're only really promised both parks about half day. But anyway, you will need to know that because the reservations for one park per day and a park hopper pass are different. So you can have availability for one, but not for the other. And with that park hopper, you'll be choosing what park you're going to be starting your day at. And then, of course, at 1 p.m., you can go between either parks after that. We're going to pretend that we're looking at park hopper tickets for a second. And if you look at the screen, you can see the little pink castles and the little green circles. The pink castles symbolize Disneyland proper, and then the green circles are Disney's California Adventure Park. So as you can see with the park hopper, like on the 9th, you can only start in DCA or the 12th, but all the other days you can start in either park. So that would be your availability for the month of January and how that would look. Looking at one park per day, you have the 9th and the 12th, where Disney's California Adventure Park is the only park that's available. So that would be the only park you could spend all day at on those days. But all the other days, the rest of this month, would be either park. You could spend all day at either park. So both are available for your reservations. If you are purchasing your ticket on the website, then you can go ahead and do that. That has you select the number of days that you want to spend at the park, and then you need to choose one park per day or park hopper. And after you've made those decisions, you can then continue to reserve your ticket at the same time. Now you can either look at it through the prices or park availability, and that can kind of help you make a decision on what days you're going to actually reserve. Once you select a day, it will let you know what parks are available. So you can see this day only DCA is available. But if you choose another day, it will have both parks available for your reservation. So you will click on the park that you want to go to reserve that day along with your ticket. And of course, it will ask you all the extra little add-ons if you want to add Genie Plus or add your parking voucher ahead of time. Both of those things can be purchased later on through the app, and then of course when you're driving up to the parking structures, you can pay for parking the day of. So you don't necessarily have to buy those things ahead of time, but if you want the peace of mind, you can do so. Whether or not to buy Genie Plus, also known as Fast Pass, a way to skip the lines, at least most of the lines, is another conversation for another day. But yeah, so after that, you'll be ready to close out your purchase and you will have bought your tickets. Congratulations! As a side note, if you bought your tickets from another website, separate from the Disneyland website, you are going to need your ticket number, which shows underneath the barcode. It's a very long number. You're going to have to double check it when you're inputting it, but you're going to need that number to make your reservation. So you need to purchase the ticket before you can make a reservation on Disney's website, and you will input that number in the final steps of making your reservation. And once that's done, the reservations will be connected to your ticket, and all you'll need is your ticket to scan from here on out, and you will be good to go. And the very last thing you need to do is link your tickets on the app so things can be nice and easy and all in one place for you. So you just go to your app. Hopefully you've already signed in and made yourself a profile. From there, you just go up to the little box that says Tickets and Passes, and you click on it. And inside, you have a place where you can click on Link Tickets and Passes, and all you have to do is punch in that little number or long number that is connected to your tickets. You can put everybody in your family or everybody in your group onto your app. You'll be the ticket master. You're holding everybody's tickets. I always suggest taking a screenshot of everybody's tickets too and having the pictures of the tickets on a second person's cell phone. So even if the internet fails or your phone breaks or gets lost, you will not lose your tickets. They'll be easily accessed somewhere else. So that's my little tip for the day. Okay, my friends, you are good to go. You are one step closer to your dream Disneyland vacation. The next thing you have to do is to find your hotel and get that booked, and we will cover that in our next video. For now, I'd like to thank you for sticking around this time. I know this wasn't the most exciting video in the world, but it's most definitely helpful information for those who are not used to this process. Please be kind to each other in the comments. Let me know some helpful tips that you've found. We'll see you again real soon, guys. Bye.